Alright guys, today's DTT is going to be about jerk baits. This month's TTTs, I'm going to focus on fall baits. Like, what I'm going to do with this series is I'm going to focus it for that time of year. So like, I'm making this in fall right now, so it's going to be fall. And then later, it's going to be winter. And then spring, summer, and so on and so on. So that's how I'm going to base this series around. And let me know how you guys are liking this series so far. I think I've done 5 so far, I'm not sure. Well, let me know how you guys are liking it. Let's get into today's TTT. If you couldn't tell from today's title and thumbnail, we are going to be talking about jerk baits, one of my favorite baits to throw during the fall. First up, we'll talk about suspending jerk baits. I'm going to go over what these are Rapala X-Wraps. These are my favorite brand of suspending jerk baits. Rapala, for suspending I really like these, but all my other, like my floating jerk baits, I actually fish floating jerk baits quite a bit, especially when I'm river fishing. Like this is all I was throwing when I was river fishing in Wisconsin. Like that's all, this red one right here, that's all I was throwing. Like the only thing that I threw the whole day was this. And here, let me focus in. I'll see if I can focus it in, and you can see how destroyed it got. You can kind of see a little bit, but they were small fish. That's why that mouth is kind of hard to see a little bit. But right there, now you can see it. That just got completely destroyed. Right, when you're fishing these suspending jerk baits, you're gonna want to do a twitch pause motion. Same with the floating jerk bait. I mean, all these concepts about fishing a jerkbait are kind of going to work for both, except for that one. You're going to want to fish the floating jerkbait a little faster than you're going to want to fish the suspending jerkbait, because the point of the suspending jerkbait is to have it suspend in the middle of the water column, so then the bass have more time to eat it when they're a little slower and really kind of finicky in the fall. If you couldn't tell by their names, this jerkbait floats and this one suspends in the middle of the water column. I just wanted to clear that up just in case if you didn't know. Alright, let's talk about color. I don't usually fish those as much as I fish these. I kind of fish them both the same. Well, I fish suspending jerkbaits a little bit more because I'm usually fishing deeper water. So let's pick out colors. So I got a white one, I got one that looks like a perch, and then I got a pink one. And that color right there. My favorite color is to fish is this white one right here, because the main forage around where I live is shad, so I tend to get more bites on that. So you just basically matching the hatch is a good thing to go by. You match the color of what the fish are eating. Like I'd fish this more in kind of a stained pond, just trying to get something to stick out. Same with this pink one right here. I'd fish that in a stained pond. Now this I'd fish in crystal clear water. This is what I was throwing around when I was in Wisconsin. Like crystal clear lake. You'd see all the way down to the bottom of like 30 foot. Another thing I noticed is I showed you earlier about how all those scratches happened right about this red part on the jerkbait. Almost every single one of my fish that I catch on jerkbaits, at least the smaller ones where I can see where they're hitting it, they always hit it from the side. And the big ones do too. They always hit it from the side, and they usually always hit it right here, right by this first treble. It's crazy. Just pay attention next time you go out and you catch a fish and take a look at it, because almost every single fish I've caught on a jerkbait has hit it right in the middle, right there. The brand of floating jerkbait I typically go with is actually a saltwater brand, but it works amazing in freshwater. I mean, I really like their suspending jerkbaits too. It's called Yo-Zuri. They're a saltwater fishing brand, but their jerkbaits are like, they're a little more expensive than these X-Wraps, and they're kind of hard to get around because I'm farther away from the coast, so they're kind of hard to get. Like they're more abundant towards the coast. But we actually got these at the fishing expo that comes to our city once a year, and they were like really discounted. Like these were only $5, and you have to pay like $12 at the store to get them. So that's why I go with Yo-Zuri. But I mean, I lost all my suspending jerkbaits, so I had to go out and buy some X-Wraps. But I mean, I really like both of these brands. And what type of fishing line I use with this is I use 12-pound fluorocarbon when I fish this. The reason why I fish fluorocarbon instead of mono is because the mono stretches, and when you're jerking the jerkbait, you want it to have as much action as you can, and you don't want any stretch when you set the hook, because sometimes the fish hit it when you're jerking it, and you just need that kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, like not stretch to set the hook and really get those hooks in the bass's mouth. Another thing that you'll run into when you're fishing these, especially in ponds, I'm not sure exactly how much it happens in lakes, but I catch a ton tons of actually really big crappie on these jerkbaits when I'm fishing them in the ponds. I mean, they're huge. They hit these, and I'm catching like 14, 15-inch crappie off jerkbaits when I'm fishing for bass. So just be prepared to catch a crappie or two when you go out and fishing these jerkbaits. Alright, that has been it for today's TTT. Let me know how you guys like this down in the comments. I already know I said that earlier in the video, but I really want to know how you guys like the series. And also down in the comments, I know I'm asking a lot for down in the comments, but let me know what baits you guys want to see me do a TTT on. Even if it's not a fall bait, I'll probably do it just because I'm running low on ideas. I just need some suggestions what I should do. I basically have at least one of most of the baits out there, so I can probably do a TTT on it. Yeah, so oh yeah, and we have a ton of awesome videos coming out. We got a pond stocking video coming out pretty soon, and we also got a lot of amazing content coming up, so you're gonna want to get subscribed for that. And thanks for watching. I probably already said that, but see you.